That's him, that's him. Oh my god, he's a giant. You know, people often ask me where I find whitetail and what's the best way to hunt them. And I would say after having almost 16 diamond whitetails, I have a pretty good idea on where to find them. Welcome back to another beautiful day out here on Call of the Wild. Today we're out here on Layton Lakes in search for the one and only, the great one. Yesterday we hunted really hard. We did not find a great one, but we had a very successful hunt. We found a bunch of whitetail, including a monster diamond at the end of the video. So thank you guys for all the comments in yesterday's video. I appreciate that. But today, hopefully, we can find the great one. So we just arrived at our first spot here, and we actually have a pretty decent whitetail buck right here. That is not a bad buck. That's a 204 to 262. I'm gonna say you should score somewhere around like 218. A pretty decent size gold potential whitetail buck right there. So he's about 35 out, and what I want to do is try and zero in for roughly 20 and then hold right on. That's exactly what I want to do. Try and zero in for 25. That should be exactly where we want to go for. And hold it right there. So I actually heard from somebody the other day, actually it was yesterday, but the reason for the arrow to be going a little bit higher at this distance is because this sight right here, this rangefinder sight, is programmed for the bear claw bow, which is actually 65 pounds instead of 70 pounds. Which it does make sense. I don't know if it's fully true or not, but from now on, I'm going to try and zero in for whatever is a little bit shorter than the distance actually is, and then just go with that. That way we don't have to hold low all the time. Because honestly, I like to be able to hold right where I want to hold, and then let one fly. Pretty much exactly where we tried to hit. 233. This buck was a little bit bigger than I thought. Ended up with double lung at 35 yards out. This buck kind of has an interesting rack to it. He has really wide but narrow tines. I like that because I've seen bucks like this in real life. I know we're hunting for whitetails, but I just found two really nice blacktail bucks out here, and this one is max weight and max scoring potential on that buck. This one here is max weight, almost max score, but not quite, although these two are probably going to score somewhere around the same. I would say that they're going to score somewhere around like the 175, 180s mark, something like that. So this one's broadside. Well, here's our buck in double lung stomach at 166, 179 score on that blacktail buck right there. So I was thinking he'd score somewhere around 175, 180s, and that's pretty much what he scored. That guy. That's a diamond rack. A dime potential whitetail buck. Now he's only a 2 minor, but that is a dime potential whitetail buck. Indefinitely. If he's not going to stop, however, we're probably going to use the M1. He's about 140 out, which is pretty much in range. But that's a little bit too risky for me. On the walk is a little bit too risky. So we have the M1. And that should definitely do it. I believe that was a perfect heart shot. Well, here he is down right here, and the question is, did we get our first ever level 2 diamond whitetail? And oh, he's a gold! A massive gold though, 271.50. We ended up with a double lung shot at 129 yards. That had so much potential to be a diamond. But he only missed it by about 4 points. Yeah, pretty much like 4 points. But he does have the diamond rack, so we should definitely get him mounted. You know, since we have two really nice whitetail bucks out here, there's one right here at about 120. There's another one right here. I think this one's a little bit bigger. But I think what we're going to try and do is take down this buck with a bow. That way this buck steps out, we should be able to take him with the M1. So roughly 128. Let's see if we can't zero in for that. $114. That should be about good enough. Let's catch our breath. Wait for the wind to calm down. Draw back. And that just happened. Hard to see him, but I can still kind of see him. Come on, just turn a little bit and we'll be able to take the shot. He's not going to, is he? Well, that is definitely not our buck, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be him right there coming in the back. Got a doe there, another doe behind, but he should step. Whoa, what just happened? Hopefully you guys could see that. But it was a perfect heart shot. So we'll grab this buck here first, although this is probably the biggest one. A perfect heart shot at 222 score. That was actually a 114 yard shot on that nice whitetail buck there. And this is the one we got with a bow. Double lung at 128 yards. 221 gold. But that right there was almost a perfectly smoked double lung shot on that big ol' whitetail buck. So again, if you're using the hawk edge bow and the rangefinder sight, just try and zero in for something, I don't know, just aim on the ground like 5 yards in front of the buck or whatever you're trying to take the shot at. Zero in for that exact position, and then you should be pretty much right on the money. This is actually another one of those spots where I rarely go, and I just found a giant whitetail buck. That's another monster diamond potential whitetail buck out there at about 350 yards. There's a huge herd of whitetail with them. I think there's another big whitetail not too far away. In fact, I saw... Yeah, I don't see him right now, but that's definitely the one that we want. But I think we're going to try and call just to see what happens. I highly doubt they'll hear that, but you never know. Well, it looks like the buck moved a little bit. So whether or not he heard that, I don't know. You know, on second thought, we just snuck into about 100 yards away from this giant buck. So what we might do is try and call him in with the bow. He's only like 70 yards out, but he's smart. He's really smart. Look at how all these deer came out here to this opening here. Man, there's a ton of whitetails here. Holy, look at them all. But he's just tucked right back in there. I mean, he's slowly working his way this way. That's him, that's him. Oh my god, he's a giant. 60 yards away. What a cool rack. We'll try and get him to come a little bit closer. Alright, so we're looking at about 40. Oh wow, he's 40 yards away. I can't believe this. He's in range. Just gotta get him to come a little bit more into the opening here. He's 44 out. What a giant buck. 44 yards right there, pretty much perfectly broadside. And now he stopped and kind of turned at us, but you know what? He should turn. Okay, here we go, 40 yards out. Let's get ready, let's get ready. So we'll draw back. I want to range for this doe. Perfect. It worked again. Absolutely money. That's a giant whitetail. Let's go get him. Well, here he is. That looks to be a beaut. He really does. Wow. Oh my god. 289 diamond whitetail buck. Smoked him. Double lung at 38 yards. That is my, well, one of my biggest true rack diamond whitetails in a long time. Wow. You know, it's not very often when I see a diamond whitetail and it really just gets to me where I think we gotta try and get this thing with a bow. And when I feel that, that's how I know it's gonna be a giant. And that's what happened this time. 38 yards away and just What a picture perfect shot right there. Wow. Okay, so let me show you where this spot is. A lot of people really do love this spot, especially on multiplayer. But for me, it seems like so many people hunt this spot that... So anyways, on single player, this could potentially be a really good spot. We're over here by the Chille outpost. It is, well, it was 1300 in the afternoon. And the drinking zone is right here from 12:30 until 15:30. And that is where we just found this giant Diamond Whitetail buck. Okay guys, welcome back to our trophy lodge. Now I'm going to show you a couple of whitetail that we just got. One is the one that we got yesterday. That's this guy here. This one scored 283, which was a monster Diamond Whitetail we got with the M1. Here of course is our huge 529 Diamond Muley. Our 550 Diamond Red Deer that we got with the big rack. And this is the one that we got today. 289 scoring monster Diamond Whitetail buck that we smoked with the bow at 40 yards. But that's actually not going to be it for this video. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you all of my hotspots for giant Diamond Whitetail, and I'm going to show you pretty much every single location that I've gotten all 16 of my Diamond Whitetail. Not only am I going to show you the spots that I've gotten them at, but I'm going to show you the exact strategy and technique that I use to be able to take all 16 of them. You know, people often ask me where I find whitetail and what's the best way to hunt them. And I would say after having almost 16 Diamond Whitetails, I have a pretty good idea on where to find them. Most of them actually came from my map. I have gotten probably like, I don't know, 4 or 5 on multiplayer. But the rest of them pretty much all came from hunting my maps. Now, what I'm going to do first is show you where, well, roughly where I got almost all of my Diamond Whitetails. And then after that, I'm going to show you a little bit more of the strategy on how I find the Diamond Whitetails. Alright, so here we go. We're going to start off over here by Kelburn. The first spot is right over here. There's a drink zone from 12 o'clock until 1500 right here. I got another Diamond Whitetail right here. Same exact time, 12 until 1500. Another Diamond Whitetail over here from 12 until 1500. Another Diamond Whitetail here, 12 until 1500. 2 or 3 Diamond Whitetail came from right here, 12 until 1500. And then I think, okay, over here. Probably like 3 or 4 Diamond Whitetail came from here, 12 until 1500. Right here, 12 until 1500. Right here, 12 until 1500. Right here, 12 until 1500. My 1000 OG Diamond Whitetail came from here, and I think like 2 other Diamond Whitetail. The one we got yesterday came from here as well, 12 until 1500. And then I got 2 more Diamond Whitetail right here, 12 until 1500. And then 1 right here, 12 until 1500. Okay, those are all like drink times. Now I'm going to show you when I've gotten them when they're actually bedded down or eating. There's a zone right here from 5 until 9:30 in the morning. I got a Diamond Whitetail there. Another zone right here from 5 until 9 in the morning. A Diamond Whitetail there. 2 of them came from actually over here. There's a little lake here, but there's actually an eating zone right here. I got 2 Diamond Whitetail, 1 right here and 1 right here, 5 until 9 in the morning. There's another one over here from 5 until 9 in the morning as well. And then I think, hard to remember. Oh, over here. There we go. Way over here by Chille. I have a tent here. I got 1 Diamond Whitetail here from 5 until 9 in the morning. Another one here from 5 until 9 in the morning. Oh, right here. So there's actually a really big hill right here, and there's kind of a wide opening spot. I got a whitetail right here from 5 until 9 in the morning as well. You know what I just realized? I almost forgot to tell you about one of my coolest Diamond Whitetails that I've ever gotten. The first true rack monster Diamond Whitetail that I got out of a tree stand at, I think it was like 1900 at night. So this is like pitch black at night, and that was over here at Chille. I had a tree stand set up right here. So apparently there must be a rest zone right here from I think like 1900 until 2100 at night. So I already showed you where most of my Diamond Whitetail came from. Now I'm going to show you kind of the strategy that I take to hunt for Diamond Whitetail. What I'll do is I'll start over here at the Winnipeg Outpost. I'll go north and swing wide to the left. Don't go anywhere near the river. Remember, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. Wait about 10 minutes for the deer to actually come down and feed, which actually I think the feeding time is 5:30. So you might want to get there at about 5:40. 5:40 is probably a really good time to start. Remember, wait about 10 minutes and then start hunting. So I'll swing wide to the left, come all the way down here and stay on this side of the river. Go all the way down here. There's going to be a zone right here, going to be another zone right here, and you'll find whitetail all along the way. And then once I get to this point here, what I'll actually do is I'll fast travel over to this outpost. I don't have an outpost, I have a tent here. So I'll just run to this river here, and I'll hunt all the way down along here. There's a whitetail eating zone here, another whitetail eating zone here, and then there's another one about here. Then by that time it should be like 9 o'clock in the morning, and typically the whitetail will start to rest. The whitetail will be resting right about here. There's a resting zone, and then there's another one somewhere around here. Once I get to this point, then what I'll do is I'll fast travel over to this Mount Kraken here, and then I'll just kind of work my way along the edge of this river here. At 9 o'clock in the morning is a really good time for whitetail to rest all the way along here. So you got to be careful and watch all the way along there. Then once I get to this point here, basically what I'll just do is swing over to Belmont Lake here, which is this one right here. I'll go to my tent that I have set up here, and it should be about 12:30 in the afternoon, which is really good time for this spot here. And then I'll continue on over here and hunt Belmont. This area here is really good for whitetail as well. And if I have enough time, I'll try and swing over to Mushroom Lake. If I don't have time, I'll change the time back to 1300, then check Mushroom Lake. And once I check Mushroom Lake, then what I'll do, change the time to 12 o'clock and basically do everything I just did all over again, except for this time it wasn't 5 and it wasn't 9 o'clock in the morning, it's 12 o'clock. And I'll start all the way back here again and go all the way down to this point, fast travel here and hunt all of this. And I'll try and swing by some of these spots here as well, but mostly I'll be trying to cover the edges of all the river system. So with that, you pretty much have all the information that you possibly could ever need to try and find a diamond potential whitetail buck. I really hope you find this helpful. Feel free to watch this, share it to as many people as you want, because it's really helpful and has some very keen information. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.